Hey everybody, what is going on? Hexlex here with the hand reveal. Yeah, this is going to be my first video with, I guess, basically live action, so to speak. Not just screen recording, not just like my little character down in the corner. So that's fun. And the reason I'm doing this, and this is probably going to be the first of very many to come of these, is I want to talk about a new physical TCG that I'm going all in on. And that is going to be the Altrals game. So let me go ahead and grab this here. Recently, the Altrals team reached out to me and were very, very kind enough to send over a Frost Fall bundle. It's a huge box. That's why it's kind of taking up the whole screen here. But yeah, I had obviously heard, quite a bit about this from just, people on Twitter, obviously a lot of YouTubers, and, even lots of people outside of that within the scope of, Pokemon, and just, general TCG fans, right? Have definitely been talking a lot about this game, and I wasn't really, super sure if I wanted to, even do, this kind of, opening video online. So I do want to just make clear here, I have already opened this. It's going to be more of a recap than an actual opening. But I was like, do I really want to record myself opening this? I haven't really made, this kind of video before. But after opening this bundle and just really taking the time to learn the game, read the rules, and also, look at videos and watch people play, I'm sold. I'm like I said, I'm going all in on Altrals for physical TCGs. Now, of course, I will still be playing Master Duel over on the main channel, and I think I might actually show myself playing a little bit of Altrals on the app on the main channel at some point, because I know they have a new update that's going to be rolling out soon. I'd definitely like to talk about that. But yeah, no, I've definitely been looking for a physical TCG to kind of scratch that itch, because, I love Yu-Gi-Oh! I do love Master Duel, but at the same time, it's like, I do kind of want something else to be able to enjoy, with, I was gonna say in person, but as the scene grows, hopefully in person, but even still, via webcam tournaments, or just having the physical cards to hold, there's nothing quite like opening a booster pack. So like I said, I have already opened this bundle. I am kind of glad I did it off camera, because it took me many hours, because like I said, I was reading the rulebook and all that stuff. However, I do have more Altrals openings planned. I do have I have 4 starter decks in the mail that should be here within a couple of days. On top of that, I have a box coming in, so I am going to be opening those on screen. So stay tuned this week. There should be at least one, if not multiple, opening videos. But I did again want to kind of just go through and show what I got out of this bundle. So let me go ahead and slide it open here. Now, the bundle itself came with a couple of booster boxes from the Frostfall set, as well as a couple of starter decks. So right now the booster boxes have basically all of my common and uncommon cards in them. To really show off what I got, let me go ahead and pull out this deck box here. And I have kind of sleeved up here all of my kind of foil pulls, and I got some pretty decent stuff. So, like I said, I'm going to show off a little bit here what I got. Oh, also came with these very fun D20s, spin downs. So, the box toppers were these Cryo Scorches, which was also the cover card of one of the starter decks. It's pretty cool. This is very evocative of Blue Eyes White Dragon, in terms of big dragon that does big damage when it swings in, and having these kind of full arts is always pretty nice. We also pulled here. I'm going to be a little more organized about this. Let's throw these over here. Ooh, but now you can't see the glare. There we go. All right. Let's see. I also got this Emperor Watt, which I thought I had pulled one of the super, super rare Stellars. I think this one is actually a bit of a misprint, but still very cool to pull. Still a full art, and it came in the starter deck where this was the cover card. So I thought that was really neat too. Did get a couple of full arts from my boxes. Glacy Ursa, which is the bear boss monster, as well as Flameoth as well. I really like the art on this. Let me see if I can hold that a little bit closer. I really like the art on that in particular. Hopefully it'll focus. Yeah, I'll try to... this being my first one of these on the channel, I'll hopefully get a little bit better as far as camera quality goes in the future. But pulled from the... Oh, there were also some promo packs that came with this as well. So I pulled a couple of the full art statues for the gods. I got Zeus and Poseidon, which is pretty good because I do have plans to play both of these, especially the Poseidon. I'll talk about this card and a little bit more when I get the starter decks in, but one of the better starter decks is a water one, so very excited to use it with those cards there. So those were all of like the full art kind of fancy foil cards that I pulled. So the rest of these foils are going to be from the boxes. Oh, and as well as the packs that came with the starter decks as well, because that's the other. Oh, I'm pulling that upside down because that's a nice thing too. Is that the decks include 3 booster packs as well. So my most abundant holo was Hibufin. I pulled 5 of those. Verdolith was one of my next most frequent ones. I actually pulled 4. I'm pretty glad I pulled this because the Lith cards are really good right now. They're kind of like the equivalent of Monarchs in Yu-Gi-Oh! Is this deck right now. So I'm very happy that I pulled a playset of the Earth one, because Earth is another deck I think I'd like to go into. Alright, so playset of Lakagon. Playsets are 3s in this game, much like Yu-Gi-Oh! Lakagon, from my understanding, is like a pretty decent water Alestral. Although I do think it is a little bit outclassed by some of the ones in the latest set, but still nice to pick up a playset of it. Like I said, I am planning on building a water deck, so if this does end up being a viable option, you know, we will have the option to go into that. Sorry also, by the way, if some of you who are watching don't like really play Alestrals. I do want to make a more in-depth, like, here's how to play Alestrals, but I think I want to do that, like, probably through the app. Which again, I'm kind of debating if I want to wait for it to undergo its update before making a video like that. I am also going to be playing in an Alestrals tournament in the app on this upcoming weekend on the 21st, so might end up making a video about that experience as well. Shiver rather, we pulled a playset of that. It's a pretty decent Frost Alestral there. Alright, these were some pretty spicy pulls. Moss Station is actually one of the better Earth Alestrals out there right now, so pulled 2 of those. I think I actually have another one coming in the mail to complete my playset. This is useful not only in Earth decks, but also in the infamous 5 decks, which is like one of the best decks, if not the best deck in the meta right now. Brontaglow is a fun Thunder evolution. We pulled a couple of copies of that. Lavalith is another pretty big one as far as like competitive cards go. Pulled 2 copies of this, which is excellent. This card is like, from what I can tell, it's like borderline staple status because it can destroy a rune, which is a back row, like a spell or a trap card, the equivalent of that. And even though it's got double spirits, like normally you can't like summon an Alestral for multiple spirits at the same time, but these Lith cards, like I was saying with the Verdolith, are like, they're kind of an exception to that, so they do end up being quite good. More Lith, this is the Frost Lith. This one's like not quite as good, but it does self-mill, so if there is a Frost deck that really cares about milling, I mean there kind of already is in Morfrost, which isn't the most competitive deck, but if there does end up being one that's more competitive, this will definitely be very, very good for that. Speaking of Morfrost, we did end up pulling 2 of the Terraform as well. I think this deck looks really cool. I've heard people say it's not that great, which is a little bit too bad, but at the same time, you know, there's no reason we can't build it for fun deck too, right? And from this set, this box, the bundle here, I pulled pretty much everything needed for a Morfrost deck, so that was pretty cool. A couple of Whale Lands. We got Amphero Sticks, which is a pretty decent Frost card. Moving to the one-ofs now. I think the rest of these are... yeah, so the rest of these are going to be promos from those aforementioned promo packs. Holiday 2023 one, Abominursa, that's cute. Platypulse, a foil of that, as well as, again, another Morfrost card. This one's usually a common, but this is the Lichen form. And a foil, kind of alt art of that. Tornado foil. This Cryo Scorch, here, let me also grab the Imperial Watt. These were the starter deck face cards. So you can also pull these from the main set, but if in the starter deck you get like foil versions of them. So that's what these are. What else do we pull here? Ooh, this alt art Frigicub. Frigicub's a pretty good Frost Nexus dude, so definitely not too bad there. Got a foil Blizzard. Oh, this Flame Moth I think actually does come from the main set. I think I just kind of got buried in there. And then we pulled a few... Oh, these were from the blister packs, yeah. These are spirits, which are basically, for those who don't know the game, like basically energy or mana, right? They're also your life total as well. One of the things I like a lot about the game. Pulled a bunch of full arts of those. So I wanted to make this video to not only show off all the kind of cool stuff that I pulled, and of course it's not just the foils, right? When it comes to like rares and stuff, there's a whole other, let me grab it here. Here we go. Yeah, then there's like non-foil rares as well. I'll just kind of quickly go through these. See, these are Imperawatts that aren't foil. They're from the actual main set. Some of these rares, not all of them, were from the packs. Some of them were from the decks themselves as well. The starter decks in this game are actually super generous, but again, I think I'm going to talk a little bit more about that when I get my 4 starter decks in. I open all those on camera. See, here's my playset of Morfrost Abominable form. So like I said, I'm all ready to build a Morfrost deck if it's actually good, but I don't think it is. But again, we can still have fun casual decks, so. I know this card is played sometimes in like burn decks, I think, or something. And then there's the Cryo Scorch from the set, again, also a starter deck card. Oh yeah, hang on, there's a few more still in the box here. Oh, just another Cryo Scorch. Glacier Ursa, this is the full art version of this one here. See the regular and then also the full art. And then we also got Chains of Prometheus. It's a pretty decent card too. Alright, so like I said, just wanted to show this stuff off. Also wanted to give a huge thank you to the Altrals team. I definitely should have done that at the beginning of the video if I didn't already. Sorry about that, but I mean, I've already thanked y'all as well, just like on Twitter and stuff. But you've probably seen me talking a lot about this game on Twitter, so I did want to actually start making some amount of content for it. I'm really jonesing to open more packs here on camera. That's why I kind of wanted to make this video, but I did want to specifically, again, go over this Frostfall bundle, which again, the Altrals team was like so very kind to send over. So thank you so there we go. Thank you so very much. It really does mean the world. I super appreciate it, y'all. So hopefully y'all are interested in giving Altrals a try. I know that in some regions, it's like, because it's still, you know, it's a pretty indie developed game. It's not like it's made by a major company like Konami or you know, Wizards through Hasbro or something like that. So, but the word is getting out. There's a lot of people talking about it lately. And even aside from playing in like a local scene, there's always like the webcam tournaments. I know they have free weekly webcam tournaments, but on top of that, there is also the app as well, which, like I've alluded to a couple of times, I do want to talk a little bit more about in the very near future. So, yeah, definitely look out for that. I think again that might go on the main channel. At least some amount of the app videos, because it's free. It's like Dueling Book. It's free, and it lets you just use from a catalog of every card in the game. You don't have to spend money on like gems or whatever to like buy cards. You can just have everything from the get-go. So, but again, we'll talk about that more in its own video. So here's again another kind of overhaul, or another view of my overhaul rather. So yeah, thanks again to the Altrals team, and hopefully y'all enjoy this content. Like I said, there's going to be more Altrals content to come here on the second channel, so definitely be on the lookout for that. But for the meantime, I think that's going to go ahead and do it for this one. So this is Hexlex, I am signing out, and I am hoping you are going to have a fantastic day.